Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be going over the updated OP-11 Bello Betty decklist. Not a lot has changed, but there is one change that is going to be pretty important going into things like Buggy. As Buggy is becoming a deck now, not really sure how big it's going to be or if you're going to see it, but it's always good to be well prepared. So we've added one tech option for Buggy, and today we're just going to jump into some games, and I'm going to show you, how the deck works against certain matchups, and hopefully we can kick some ass. Let's jump straight into the deck list. So this here is the deck list. Don't mind anything here that I've done before. No, this here is the deck list, and as you can see, it looks pretty much the same as EBO2 or even OP10. The only change that I have done is I've cut one copy of Morley for a fourth copy of Promo Sabo. Promo Sabo is like a literally a win condition against Buggy, as it is a 5 cost that, so it can swing, right? Even when Shoe Buggy's out. So being able to hit like Ivankov into this is like a game-winning play. So you want to have 4 Sabo so you can just hope as much that you can do that as possible, right? If you're playing 3, boom, your chances are like so much lower to do that. So that's the one change I've done, which means it should still go really well into the meta. This is like my competitive, it's called Betty main, right? This is the main competitive Velo Betty deck list. So let's jump into some ranked games and we're going to show you how it works. All right. So we're up against a Buggy here. Ooh, that's a really good start. Wow, this is a good start. Of course, did I just choose to go second by muscle memory? I don't know, but that was really bad. You obviously want to go first in this matchup. That's what happens when you are a little bit brain dead like me. But we do find a lot of 5-cost Ivankovs. This hand would have been so good going first. I don't know. That was a big choke on my end. But we are able to be decently aggressive thanks to the double Betty here. Oh, wow, that's really good too. I'm actually going to grab Morley here. Because it forces him to play the promo Buggy next turn. And we are also going to boost here. Because he only has 1 swinger next turn, so he will only get rid of 1 of them, which gives us value. And that's a lot of cards out of his hand. We'll pass there. If he had played a Searcher on 1 or 3 Dawn, then we wouldn't have swung with these. But since he didn't, that's just free for us. Now he's forced to play Shoe Buggy into something. Yep. Into Crocodile. That is rough, because I don't even know if you're supposed to play this card, but it clearly works out for him. We're going to go 5-cost Ivankov. We're going to take Karasu, because, again, he at least does something. And we're just going to swing 6 face. That was rough. I would have boosted if... I could have boosted this turn and got some more swings in if he didn't play this and bottom deck my Betty. But I still think I'm more happy that he did that than rather than play the Mihawk blocker. So we're still not in a bad position. That's going to be Crocodile Mihawk. I also shouldn't have grabbed this Morley here. I knew it forces him to play Shoe Buggy, but it probably plays Shoe Buggy either way. That is incredibly nice. Because yes, he'll defend this with Mihawk, but that means he's discarding a card out of his hand. And he didn't swing with the Crocodile, which is really good for us. And here we do have enough swings to have value boosting here. We'll start with 5. We'll go 6. We'll go 7. And then we'll go 9. Then I will play 5-cost over Morley into promo. Ooh, so sweet, sweet, sweet. And then we'll pass here. And we do have decent counter in hand, so we could be able to defend this depending on how he swings. And he's not wide enough to be able to do any shenanigans with 10 cost me buggy. We're actually just in a really good spot here. That Kuma trigger was really nice. But just in general here, we're in a good spot. I'm gonna go 5 into 6 for some reason. I think he just concedes now. I think that was a misclick. But I don't think it would have mattered, right? I just win here either way. Don't really think there's anything he could have done here. Yeah, we just have so many swings next turn. Crocodile Mihawk into a blocker probably. Whether it's Kabaji or it's... okay, it's just Alvida. At least he gets to cycle his hand then. And he's gonna go 7. He's gonna go 8. I'll counter this. Because next turn I'm gonna go for it, right? So I need to defend this. And I can defend it with the Karasu blocker here as well. Yep. That's why we countered the 8, because I was expecting a 9 to come in. We're gonna use leader effect here. We're gonna also take one of our life just to get that extra power on here. Because we have more than enough swings here. Well, that's one way to deal with buggy. And like you saw, promo, if that wasn't at 4, maybe that wouldn't have been there. Maybe that would have been Morley and then we would have been fucked. So doing that small change helps a ton against buggy. All right, so we're up against a black-purple Luffy here. We're gonna go second. I'm gonna mulligan that hand. I need a turn 1 play, and we found one, so that's good. And there's the Ivankov as well, so that's also really good. I fuck with grabbing another Ivankov here, I think. Yeah, sure, why not? Could have been Lindbergh, but I fuck with Ivankov. This triple Karasu in hand is really... triple Inazuma in hand is really bad for us. We... those are the only 3 rush options we have. And we're gonna have to start pitching them for stage and lead, because we have too many. We're gonna try to keep 1 in hand at least for a finishing move. He's gonna ramp, which is Bear Loop is coming down already next turn, which is really bad for us. We do have a decent hand, actually. I think we can recover from Bear Luffy coming down. Oh, now we definitely can. Oh, wow, that's good. That's good shit right there. All right. Now we're demanding 2Ks. What's really good is that even if Bear Luffy comes down next turn, we'll bring him back down to a 5k leader because we have double Karasu. Let's see what he can do here. And the good thing about them playing Bear Luffy is if they play Bear Luffy, they're not playing anything to remove your shit. Which obviously is good for us. He's really thinking hard about this, huh? I'm pretty sure you just take the first one no matter what. Because you're taking 1 hit minimum. So it might as well be the first one. Which goes for every single deck, right? That's just fundamentals. If you're looking at this and you're seeing, oh, 3 hits is coming at me at the same strength, and you know you're not going to counter out of all 3 of them, then you might as well take the first one and then go from there. Because maybe you trigger something here, maybe you get a 2k that changes your mind on countering. You know, there's all these options that open up because you take that life. Not sure what this guy is doing though. He really needs to step up his game. Finally takes it. And he might counter this one and might counter this one. He takes that one too, okay. He has to counter this one. even if he doesn't have any 2Ks, I think you have to counter this one. Yeah, he didn't have any 2Ks. That's rough. But that is something that happens when you drop Karasu, right? This trigger was obviously pretty lucky, but I think we're just in a good spot here. I think I let him have everything here because I can go in Asuma next turn anyways. Next turn is going to be 2 Dawn on here. Cheat out Inazuma, boost, cheat out Karasu, I think. Okay, that's a good card to draw. There's a wire. Interesting. Yeah, so what it is, it's like this, right? It's like this, this, this. That was wrong. Fuck. It's fine. I was supposed to play out the Ivankov and boost the Ivankov instead of this one, but I think this is fine. He has no 2Ks, right? So he's gonna be forced to do giant stuff and like block. Like, look, if he's forced to do giants here, then now he's only going to 6 Dawn next turn. And he still needed to draw a 2K off that giant to even defend this attack. Did he? He did not. So he doesn't have any 2K still, which means he has to take that one. He does live, actually. He finds the rush Luffy, so maybe that's his play here. Not that, because that's a play, but yeah, so he doesn't have me. He has to establish multiple blockers and or wipe me. I shouldn't have discarded my 2K, but also I misplayed that entire turn. I'm not sure what his out is here, or what he thinks his out is. But I definitely have the counter. Now okay, that was actually bad. I actually went and negative there. 6, so that's 8, so I cannot afford to take this hit. And here he should concede. Because his only out was... yeah. Alright, well, GG's, man. That's pretty nasty start, though. But I also did misplay. But we still got him. Alright, another buggy here. We're gonna go first this time, alright? Remember, I want to go first. And I keep this hand for sure as well, because we have a decent fucking curve. We're gonna go Betty on 1, and then if we find another Betty, that would be optimal, because then we can go Betty Kuma turn after. I don't dislike Morally. Like I've said before, it gets 1 swing in when you go first, but I think just grabbing 5 cost Salvo here is probably more important. Because if he does play a Galdino here, it's going to be important for me to pop that with the Kuma anyways. He finds a 6 cost Mihawk, which makes sense. He wants to combo that with his 7 cost. Okay, he finds double. Okay, that's really annoying, actually. Ugh. He finds another Mihawk as well. Okay, well, and we didn't really find anything, so we're just going to go 6 and Kuma pop one of these. We really need to find a 5 cost Ivankov, like ASAP. Which is why Stage is so good in this matchup, right? Because I can just get rid of these cards that do nothing for me. And find things like 5 cost Ivankov. He does another search. This guy is searching his entire deck. We know that he has 2 bricks. We know now that he has 3 bricks. Things 5, no trigger, but there is the 5 cost Ivankov. That's really good for us. Yeah, so we're gonna start with that. Hit a Koala. There is argument to take the Karasu there just because the extra value it gets. But we're just gonna roll like this. And I'm gonna wait 1 more turn before boosting here. Simply because we need to maximize our boosting power here, right? In this matchup. If he just swings into these, then I have nothing next turn. I have bad boosting power next turn. He's gonna swing 5. I'm actually gonna take this hit too. Not good. He does another search here, which makes sense. And then it's gonna be buggy into Mihawk, which is a fairly straightforward turn you can expect from buggy. basically always what they do the second they hit 5 Dawn against you, since they think that that is just their win condition, right? Just play buggy and win. But that's not really how it works. I'm not gonna get down so easily. Like, as you can see at this point, I have no 3 or 4 costs on the board. So Shoe Buggy doesn't really do anything for him, but he's still gonna play Shoe Buggy. And that's fine by me. That's so fine. Finds the 2k Kabaji. And he pitches the Pilaf to go Buggy Mihawk. Nothing surprising here. We can go... You know what? I don't dislike Koaling the Mihawk here just to apply a bunch of pressure. But I think the correct play is to go Sabo, put the Karasu in life. Either way, we want to boost here, right? So I think... Yeah, like we could put a lot of pressure on him by reducing this Mihawk and just swinging face. But I think we're going to do Sabo. We'll start with a 5k swing, see where he's at. I think this is good. I think we can bring him down in hand size a lot this turn by boosting this wide. And we can still establish the 7 cost. And he, again, doesn't have that many swings on his turn, so that he won't actually be able to remove as much as he wants. Yeah, he counters that. That makes sense. We're going to do this. We're going to pitch to Lindbergh. Boost wide. And then we're going to go 5-5-6-6. All right. 5-5. And he takes the free block there. Made my options very easy here. I was thinking of swinging with Ivankov first, because that's easier for me to defend if they decide to swing into it. And then we're going to go like this. We're going to put the Karasu in life. I'm going to take our bottom life. And there's another 5-cost Ivankov for the next turn, which is really good. I had 2 Ivankovs in my life. That's annoying. But we found them at least. And we'll see what he does here. Depending on how big of a board he sets up, we're going to be in a bad spot next turn, just going Ivankov. But he shouldn't be able to clear too much of my board. We do have a lot of counter in hand. And he only has 3 swings. And this obviously is going to be a small swing, so we can defend that. I think we're in a decent spot here, actually. We just need to... yeah, exactly. We'll swing. We'll defend our board here pretty aggressively. And then next turn, we'll just go swing with everything and play the 5-cost Ivankov. And that way we have a lot of pressure while still establishing a board for next turn. And we do have the Karasu in life now, so we do feel a little bit more safe from him pushing. If he does swing with the Mihawk here, we're going to punish that by countering and then killing him. We'll see what he does here. We know he's sitting on 1 more Mihawk in hand, right? He hasn't cycled that yet. No. He's sitting on 1 more Mihawk. That much we know. Should have paid attention to his searches more. But mainly when they drop bricks is like when you need to pay attention, right? For example, this Mihawk that we now know that he has in hand. There's the 2k emoji. It's going to go 6 at something. That's going to connect as long as it doesn't go here. Yeah, we can have that. That's fine. I don't think he's going to swing with this Mihawk here. Just going to play another Mihawk for 6. Cycle away one of his buggies. I think we're still in a decent spot. Let's see. We could go... I mean, we're just going to do what I said we were going to do here, which is go wide and then drop the 5-cost Ivankov. We have 4 Dawn to play with. Probably going to mean... I think it's 5s still. Instead of... I think it's 5-7-7. We'll see if he takes a free block here. Could have gone 5 into the Galdino, to be honest. Maybe I still will. do that. We'll go 9 like that. Takes, triggers peel off, pretty lucky on his end. And we'll swing 9 again. But him playing Mihawks is too defensive because he doesn't dare to swing with them anyways. He blocks and counters, makes sense. Gonna swing, gonna do this. Gonna do this over this, and I guess this is a terrible search. I don't think another 5 cost is gonna be relevant, but then again, nothing else here is kind of relevant either. I guess I'll grab that in case, because he still has to go board this turn, right? We'll pass there. I guess there's a world where he kills us here, but I doubt it. Because he'd need removal for this Krasue and be able to swing through this 6k counter in hand, which I'm pretty sure is impossible. He does have a good amount of cards in hand now, and he's able to do 10 cost buggy shenanigans. Yeah, he just needs to play like a 4 cost, or that becomes a 5 cost, or just play a 5 cost. Has, like I said, a bunch of options here. I think we're fine. I think we're actually in a good spot here. Yeah, I mean, we have the counter, right? We have counter, and then we have 5 cost Ivankov in case he goes board here, right? And we don't feel threatened to lose turn after either. We can still just, you know, keep gaining advantage by pushing him every turn and playing 5 cost Ivankovs. He's still in that same spot where he just doesn't have any good things to swing with here. His last turn was a little bit weak, just going straight up Mihawk instead of going like leader ability, Croc Mihawk into something. Because that's ideally what you want to do, right? You want to get characters out, especially now in a matchup where, or in a situation where you're literally missing swings. Having like an extra swing or two is going to be so powerful. He's thinking very hard. Oh. Which makes sense. He not in a good spot here at all. Like I think you do 10 cost buggy here, bottom deck my Sabo, and then you swing 5 into this, and guess you leave this standing. I don't know, dude. I think you're just cooked, dude. Unfortunately, unless it's yeah, because you still have to play a card to do 10 cost buggy. So realistically, what you do here, right, is you go Moji, blocker Moji, and then leader effect 10 cost buggy. But that works too, I guess. Yeah, that's actually nice. Wow. Good for you, dude. All right, but again, still don't think he has us next turn. So I think we're good to just lay down this 5 cost Ivankov into 5 cost Sabo. Boost with the Inazuma. Just go 9 face. He takes 9 face. He blocks 10 face. He loses. I mean, or he blocks. It depends on if he has enough counter for a 9k swing here. He takes the first one. Makes sense. Then he should be able to counter this one, right? Thing is, he needs these blockers to go be aggressive next turn. If he doesn't have 9k counter here, I'm pretty sure I win, because then we force him to block with both of these, and then he doesn't have. Yeah, okay, he doesn't have it. That's really good. Unless he does have it, and he's just waited here to do it here. See, he does. Okay. So now he might have us. Let's see. We do have a decent amount of counter in hand. We do have a blocker here in life. Problem with the blocker in life is that he can just buggy it, right? So 5 Dawn just gets rid of this. But then he has 5 Dawn to work with. He needs to connect all of these 4 swings, basically. Or I need to counter 2 of them if he gets rid of my Karasu. Which means he can go 7, 8, 8, right? No, he can go 8, 8, 8, 7. Okay, well, we're counting the 7. That's for sure. Then he goes 9. I take. Trigger. He goes buggy here. I think I'm 1k short. If he has the buggy here. I'd say. If he doesn't have the buggy, I win. He's dumb. Oh. That's a 1k. Okay, so he choked. He didn't have the buggy. It seems. He searches for it, but now because he's even if he finds it here, unfortunately I have the counter. He didn't find it. I don't know if he has any. He has 1. And now he pivots board, but I'll just block that. Yeah, and we win. Even with the buggy there, like with the okay, never mind. So we wait, yeah, we still lose there. If he has the buggy, we lose. We're like 1k, we're literally 1k off, but we win those because he didn't have the buggy. GG's. All right, blue purple Luffy. Finally, I've been waiting for this guy. We'll go second. We're gonna mulligan that. Okay, nice. This is better. We'll go Betty. We'll go stage, pitch Morley. Grab Karasu is pretty good in this matchup. No 4-cost Ivankov, but if we can top deck that shit, that would be pretty nice. We cannot. We'll grab 6-cost Koala, though. That's also really good in this matchup. I'm just going to flat play Karasu here and swing 5 at his lead. He didn't ramp on 3 as well, which is really nice for us. Not having Ivankov here sucks, but it's not the end of the world, especially because we have the 6-cost Koala for next turn. We still just need to find... Ah, I saw that coming. We still just need to find... There it is, perfect. Okay, because now we can go... Bop, 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 bop. Yes, we don't get to swing because we don't have Karasu, but we go wide as fuck. He's at 8 here, though, which is really cringe, but yeah, exactly. Luckily, I have planned according to that. I can actually pop that shit. Ew. What the fuck? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Look at this gross ass play here. We'll go 6k face. Yeah, and then we'll go reduce that. 8k face. Go for another 8k face here, I think. No, we'll go we need 2 Dawn left for this play. We can cheat out with this too. Let's go. Yeah, let's go 8. Let's go 6. Yeah, it's 6, 8, 8. Yep, and then we're gonna go bop, bop, bop. I think it's over this. No, it's over this. Because they only has one swing. Oh wow, that was a turn, huh? I don't think I've ever popped a a Karakuri blocker, if I'm being honest. But see what he can do here. He gets to do leader effect. Right? Wait, he didn't. Why is he on 9? Oh, right, he ramps to 9 enough turn with this. Yeah, so he's doing leader effect right now. He finds the 2k Sanji. Places on top. Let's see, does he have the 9 mom? The thing is, even with the 9 mom, I don't think you live, right? Because you... Sure. Interesting to go for that instead of this, but I actually guess that's fine. But he does have 9 mom. There goes my koala. That's a really good top deck though. I'm still gonna play this Betty. And I grab koala here, I say. Then we just pitch that koala. Or a rusher. Okay. Do we need the rusher here? No. We're gonna opt for the Karasu instead. Hit him with a... Gonna hit him with a... Hit him with a 9. He's gonna want to use Giant here. And because we got rid of that Karasu, if he uses Giant this turn, he's actually not using leader effect next turn. He takes that. Okay. We're gonna hit him with another 9. Does he not have the Giant? Oh, he definitely has the Giant. Oh, does he not need the Giant? Is he that cocky? Hit him with a 6 here because I know they don't run that many 2Ks, and he's used 4. He's used 5 already. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Now he has to use the Giant on a 6K swing, which means he basically had to do an uber top deck here to live this swing. He didn't. Nice, GG's. That was pretty fast. That was good. That was a good game though. We got good shit, dude. And he saw his things as well, so it was just we were able to see our things better. At least late game. This fucking koala Kuma to pop the Karakuri was disgusting. I think pretty sure that's like the game winning play right there. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you want to see more of this as well. I post almost daily. So, you know, if you want to see those videos, you can also put on the notification. That way you can be first to see them. Pretty sick stuff. If you have any, you know, tips or stuff and ideas you want to see me do, like Betty stuff or any other stuff for that matter, leave that down in the comments below. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.